This lecture I'm going to discuss about conditionals in Ansible. So that's a very important and conceptual topic of this course module. Ansible can use conditionals to execute tasks or plays when certain conditions are met. For example, a conditional can be used to determine the available memory on a managed host before Ansible installs or configures a service. Suppose I want to install a package on all of my managed hosts. Suppose in my environment 50 servers are there and I need to install a package, but I have a condition. My condition is that the package should only be installed if the available memory on the managed host should be greater than 4 GB. So this is a condition I have with the installation of the package. So when I create the playbook, so in the playbook I can use this condition. So when you execute the playbook, it is going to the server, your managed servers, and it is going to check the condition whether the available memory is 4 GB or not. If it is not, it should skip the server and move on to the next server. And if the available memory is more than 4 GB, then it should install the package. So this way you can use the conditionals in Ansible. So here we have few examples, like you can use the hard limit can be defined in a variable, for example minimum underscore memory, and compare it against the available memory on a managed host. You can also use the Ansible facts. So how we can use the conditionals in Ansible when writing the playbook? So you have to use the when statement. Sometimes you will want to skip a particular step on a particular host. This could be something as simple as not installing a certain package if the operating system is a particular version. So they have just given few examples, like you want to install a package, but you want to install the package only for certain distribution of the servers, like you want to install the package on CentOS or you want to install the package on Debian. But when you define the servers in a playbook, the numbers of servers are there. So with the help of when condition, you can define what exactly you want, what server you want to skip. So here you can see a very simple example, that is shut down the Debian flavored systems. So when you create the playbook and the host you have mentioned a group, in the group the lot of servers are there. It could be Red Hat, it could be CentOS, Debian, but you want to shut down only the Debian servers. So here you can see that I have used a very simple task, that is shut down Debian flavored systems, and the command I have used for the shutdown, this one. And here I have used a condition, that is Ansible underscore OS underscore family should be Debian. So this is the Ansible facts I have used here. If I have not used this line, so what will happen? If I'll execute this playbook, it is going to shut down all the servers that you have mentioned in the playbook, that is in the host. But here I have mentioned this one. So whether in your group, whether you have the Red Hat, CentOS, it doesn't matter. It is going to reboot only the Debian servers. So friend, that's all for this lecture. In the next lecture I am going to do the lab session on when statement. So that's all, we'll see in the next lecture. This is a lab session on conditionals in Ansible. So let me quickly log in into my Ansible server, and I'm going to create a very simple playbook, that is for the shutdown of any specific Linux distribution. So I'm giving any name here, okay, and here I'm using prod group. In prod group there are 3 servers. I will show you before executing this playbook. Become true, and this is my task here, and I want shutdown CentOS system. So this is my requirement. So I'm going to use a module that is command module, and simple I'm using power off. So if I'm executing this playbook without specifying the condition, what will happen? It is going to reboot, it is going to shut down all the servers which is the part of this prod group. But I have a condition. My condition is that it should reboot only the CentOS system. So here I'm going to use condition that is when, and the Ansible fact I'm using Ansible OS family should be CentOS. So this is the condition I have. So let me save and come out. Let me show you what all the servers I have in the prod group. Ansible list host and prod. So 3 machines, that is client 2, client 3 and client 4. Ansible -m setup. I just want to check the distribution of all these servers. So for that I'm going to use a filter here, Ansible _OS family. I need to mention the group as well. So all the 3 servers are from Red Hat. Okay, and this is my playbook. If I'm going to execute this playbook, it is going to check all the 3 servers, and it will satisfy the condition, and the condition is it is going to check whether it's a CentOS or not. So here all the 3 servers, they are not from the CentOS family, so it is not going to shut down any of the servers that is a part of prod group. So let me execute Ansible playbook and lab 7 capital K. It is going to skip all the 3 servers. It is getting some problem in gathering the servers. Okay, it has skipped client 2 and client 4, and it is not able to establish the connection for client 2. So let me ping client 2. What is the issue here? Client 2 is pingable. Okay, Ansible -m command uptime, and that is for client 2. Okay, so maybe actually I had just rebooted this system. Again I'm going to run this one. Maybe the server was not up. Now you can see that it has gathered all the 3 servers, and when the task comes for the reboot or shutdown of the CentOS machine, it has skipped all the 3 servers, because all the 3 servers are from CentOS, are from Red Hat, not from CentOS. So this is one thing. Second thing I just want to show you here. Suppose I want to add few more condition. Suppose my requirement is I want to reboot the Red Hat machines, and also I have few more condition, like it should be Red Hat 6 only. So I can use Ansible distribution measure six. So this is my one condition. The first condition, it should be Red Hat, and also it should be version 6. Then only it is going to power off that system. So I have 3 systems, and let me check the version. Okay, so client 3 is only RHL 6, and client 2 and client 4 is that is 8 and 7. So when I'm going to execute this playbook, it is going to reboot only client 3. It is going to shut down only client 3. Ansible -play alert 7 -cap, and this is my client 3 is this one, and this is my client 4, and this is my client 2. So this is my client 2, this is my client 3, and this is my client 4. Okay. Now you can see that it has started power off this system client 3. Okay, and other systems, that is a client 2 is still up and your client 4 is still up. So the condition was it should be red hat as well as it should be 6 RHL 6. Okay, so the system is down now. Let me make it up manually. Okay, suppose you have multiple conditions, then how you can specify? Suppose this is my one condition and I have few more conditions, so you can put one condition in a bracket, or you can put or, and if you have any further condition like I want it should be CentOS and distribution should be 7. So you can use the conditions like this way as well. So your condition, if it is satisfied under this one, it is going to reboot, or your condition is satisfied under here, it also going to reboot, because I have used or. If I have used and here, so your conditions should be satisfied here as well as here, from here till here, right? So these are the basic things you have to keep in mind when you use the when statement. So friend, that's all for this lecture. We have a lot of more things to understand in conditionals in Ansible. So that's all. We'll see you in the next lecture. This is a practice lab session for understanding loops in Ansible playbook. Let me quickly log in into my Ansible server, and I'm going to create a very simple playbook in which I'm going to define loops in Ansible. So this is the name of my playbook. Host, I am defining prod here, and I'm just going to print some message via the loop. So I'm not going to use become and all because it's a very simple playbook. Task, my task is that is Ansible loop, and here I'm going to use a module that is debug. So this module prints statements during execution and can be useful for debugging variables as well. So I just want to print a message, so that's why I'm using this module. Coming back here, message. Okay, so what message I want to print? So here I am defining a variable that is item. So I have defined a variable. The name of the variable is item. So what all the values that we have for this variable that you have to define. So to define the values for this variable, you have to use with underscore items. So it's a loop. Obviously this variable should have multiple values. So I'm defining hello 1, hello 2, hello 3. So 3 values I have defined for this variable. Now when you execute this playbook, what will happen? First it is going to check what all the servers that you have in this prod group. Suppose there are 2 servers. So it is going to pick the first server and it is going to print hello 1, hello 2 and hello 3. 3 times it is going to print. Okay. And again it is going to pick the second server and again it is going to print hello 1, hello 2 and hello 3. So total 6 times it is going to print. So let me save this and let me check the syntax. Syntax is okay. So 2 servers, that is a part of this prod group. Now I'm going to execute this playbook. Now you can see that it has print hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, that is for client 3, and hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, that is for client 4. So it's a very simple Ansible playbook where we have defined how we can use the loops. Suppose you want to use some condition here, you can use the condition here as well. Okay, and if I am putting this one, let me tell you, suppose I have given one more value and again I am going to execute this one 8 times, right? Hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4 for client 3, and hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4, that is for client 4. Now I am going to show you how we can define the conditions here. Suppose I have few conditions. My condition is that it is going to print these messages when certain conditions are met. My condition is that like Ansible OS distribution, or it was OS family, it should be equal to CentOS. Okay, so if this condition satisfies, then only it is going to print hello 1, hello 2 and hello 3 and hello 4, right? But I know that these 2 servers, that is that is client 3 and 4, they are from Red Hat family. So when I'm going to execute this one, it is not going to print anything. Now you can see that it has not print anything, it has skipped each and everything. Okay, so let me check the OS version. Command -a cat etc Red Hat So one is 6 and one is 7. Now I want to put some condition that it should print hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4 for Red Hat 7. Okay, again I am going here. Ansible distribution, and measure, it was measure version is equal to 7. So two servers, I know that one is 7 and one is 6. So it is going to print only hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4 for one server. Now you can see that it has printed only for client 4 because it's a RHL 7. Okay, you can also specify condition like this way. Let me tell you. Suppose you want to print like I want to print hello 1, hello 2 and hello 3, 4 for the operating system whose version is 6 or more or 7 or more. How we can define? So for that you can use the same thing here, and here you can use like this way. Integer and greater than equal to 6, right? So this is my condition. So it is going to check first, it should be distribution, should be Red Hat, and also the distribution version should be 6 or more. So if I am going to execute this one, it is going to print for both the servers because one is 6 and one is 7. So here you can see that it has printed 4 times for client 3 and 4 times for client 4. So friends, that's all for this lecture. Hope you got some idea about Ansible loops as well. So that's all. We'll see you in the next lecture. Let's understand few more examples of loops in Ansible playbook. Suppose you have to install 2 packages using the yum module. So you are going to write your playbook like this way: -yum, and this is the name of your package, state latest, and the same you have to write for another package as well. But with the help of loop you can simply write the same task in this way as well. So these 2 similar tasks using the yum module can be rewritten with a simple loop so that only one task is needed to install both the packages. -yum name, and this is my variable name, state latest. So what are the values that is for this variable? Here you can define with _items, that is your postfix and dovecot. So when you execute this one, it is going to install both of your package. The next example is this one. You can also define the loops in this way as well. So at the start of your playbook you can define the variables, and this is the name of your variable, that is mail_services, and the 2 values for this variable, one is your postfix, another one is your dovecot. And here I have used yum name item, and in the item this is the variable. What all the values within items? I can call the variable value from the mail services. So here I have mentioned mail services, so it is looking for the mail services variable, and in the mail services we have 2 values. So this way also you can use the loops in Ansible. You can also define multi-dimensional array as well. So when passing arrays as arguments, the array can be a list of hashes. The following snippet shows how a multi-dimensional array is passed to the user module in order to customize both the name and group. So here you can see I have defined 2 variables. The name of first variable is item.name and state is present. Also I have defined another variable, that is groups, that is item.groups, and within group items here I have defined name. So whatever the values you have defined here, it is going there. because it is name, and groups it is going to this one. So this way also you can define the loops in your Ansible. So that's all. We'll see you in the next lecture. Bye. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss about Ansible handlers. It's a very easy topic. A handler is exactly the same as a task, but it will run when called by another task. A handler will take an action when called by an event it listens for. Let me take an example. Suppose I have to write a very complex playbook, and in the playbook I have to write for the configuration changes, and after the configuration changes I have to restart the services as well. And this is what we have to do it many times in the playbook, and each time you have to write 4 or 5 lines for restarting the services. So what you can do, you can create the handlers for restarting the services, and instead of writing the lines for the restarting the services each time, you can call the handlers. So here we have example. You can see that I'm just trying to copy some configuration file. This is the source and destination, and after that I need to restart the services of MariaDB as well as Apache. So here what I have done, I have simply used notify, and here I have called the handlers. So at the bottom of this playbook I have just defined this one, handlers, and the name I have given this one restart MySQL, and this is the service and name and state. What do you want? You want to restart the service. So here you have just notify and call this one restart MySQL. So whatever the name you have mentioned here, the same you have to call when you notify the handlers, and it is going to restart the services. So this way you can define the handlers. So friends, that's all for this lecture. The next would be the lab session of your Ansible handlers. So that's all. We'll see you in the next lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how we can use the Ansible handlers in a playbook. I had already created one playbook. Let me show you. So it's a very simple playbook, and this playbook is running for the prod group, and first it is trying to mount the OS media drive, copy the local repo file, and here you can see it is trying to installing multiple packages, and here I have used yum module for the installation of package, and I have defined the loop here, that is Ansible loop name, and under this curly bracket item is a variable name. So what all the values for this variable here I have defined inside the with underscore items. So 4 packages it is going to install on all the servers that is a part of a prod group. After that it is going to start and enable the required services, that is your VS FTPD and HTTPD, and here it is going to create the web content, and this is the source file, and when this file, your HTML file, is copied to your destination server, it will copy with the name of the host name. So here you can see I have used the Ansible fact here, that is Ansible underscore host name, and after that I want to restart my Apache services. So here I have used the handler. So to use the handler you have to use notify and then dash, and here I have used restart underscore HTTPD. So the same name I have used in my handler here. This is the name of my handler, and this handler is basically trying to restart the HTTP services. So this handler you can use n number of times in your playbook, and also you can create handlers for other tasks as well. Suppose you want to start any services, you can use. You want to stop any services, you can create the handler for that. And wherever it requires, you can call the handler using notify. So I'm going to copy this playbook with this section, so you can download and run the same playbook